If you walked into any hunting camp in America and asked one simple question, just one, you'd probably start a 2-hour debate that ends with somebody drawing diagrams in the dirt. The question is this: if you could only choose one rifle caliber, one single cartridge to hunt everything in the United States, what would it be? One caliber to handle the green whitetail woods of the South? One caliber to stretch across the open plains for mule deer and antelope? One caliber to reach out into the Rocky Mountains for elk? And yes, one caliber with enough authority in reserve for big bear country if you ever find yourself there. It's a question every hunter eventually asks, and the answer isn't as obvious as you'd think. Because this mythical do-it-all caliber must check every box. It has to be accurate. It has to be powerful. It has to be versatile. And above all, you need to find ammo for it pretty much anywhere. From a small-town hardware store to a national chain. A caliber that works for the young shooter and the seasoned hunter. A caliber that never goes obsolete, never stops performing, and never lets you down in the field. Today we're breaking down the top 5 contenders. 5 rifle calibers that have earned their place through real-world experience, through decades of hunts, hard lessons, and proven performance. And number 1, well, let's just say the champion might surprise you. Let's get started. We begin at number 5 with a cartridge that has been a part of American hunting for nearly a century, the 270 Winchester. Introduced in the 1920s, the 270 quickly built a reputation as one of the flattest shooting, hardest hitting medium game rounds available. Firing a .277-inch bullet, usually in the 130 to 150 grain range, the 270 Winchester pushes a typical 130 grain load to around 3,000 feet per second. What that means in the real world is simple: less holdover, cleaner trajectory, and fewer calculations when that trophy buck steps out at 300 or even 400 yards. This is a cartridge built for open country, for prairies, for desert basins, for long fields where distances are measured not in feet, but in football fields. Recoil is noticeable but smooth, a firm push, not a sharp punch, making it accessible to young hunters and new shooters alike. The 270 has anchored countless mule deer, pronghorn, and whitetail. It even performs well on smaller elk with proper bullet selection. But it's not the caliber you take into brown bear country, and it's not ideal for the heaviest game. Still, for most of America, in most conditions, for most hunts, the 270 Winchester remains a legend. Reliable, accurate, and surprisingly forgiving. Moving into number 4, we're stepping firmly into Magnum territory with the 7mm Remington Magnum. Introduced in the early 1960s, this round rapidly became the favorite of Western hunters who needed reach, wind resistance, and raw terminal performance. The 7mm Rem Mag fires a .284-inch bullet, often in weights from 140 to 175 grains, and sends them screaming downrange at velocities that often exceed 3,000 feet per second. The result is incredible long-range capability. Shots beyond 400 yards, shots that demand flat trajectory and high retained energy, are exactly where the 7mm Rem Mag excels. This is the cartridge you reach for when you're glassing across a canyon at sunrise, when the elk herd is just a little too far for standard calibers, or when crosswinds start to complicate your shot. The 7mm Rem Mag carries energy exceptionally well, penetrates deeply, and delivers devastating terminal performance. But every Magnum comes with a trade-off. Recoil is stout. This is not a round for brand new shooters or anyone sensitive to recoil. Ammunition is also more expensive and less common than standard calibers. Still, for the hunter who demands distance, accuracy, and uncompromising power, the 7mm Remington Magnum earns its place near the top. At number 3, we enter the realm of true heavy hitters with the .300 Winchester Magnum. If the question is pure knockdown power, raw, unapologetic force, the answer is often this cartridge. Since the 1960s, the .300 Win Mag has been the benchmark for big game hunting in North America. Firing 308-inch bullets ranging from 165 grains all the way to 200 and even heavier, this round is designed to take on the toughest animals on the continent: moose, elk, giant black bears, even the largest coastal brown bears. This cartridge has the energy and penetration to do the job cleanly and ethically. Velocities between 2,900 and 3,200 feet per second mean the .300 Win Mag hits hard up close and continues to deliver devastating performance past 500 yards. It's no wonder so many professional guides insist on it, or something in its class for hunters pursuing the biggest game. But make no mistake, the .300 Win Mag demands respect. The recoil is significant, especially in lightweight rifles. Ammunition is expensive, and for hunting deer in thick woods, it's simply more power than necessary. Still, if your goal is one rifle to confidently handle the largest game animals in North America, the .300 Win Mag is as close to a guaranteed answer as you'll ever find. Now we move to number 2. The global workhorse of hunting and marksmanship, the .308 Winchester. Few cartridges in history have achieved the balance, efficiency, and widespread adoption that the .308 enjoys. Since the 1950s, it has served military units, law enforcement, competition shooters, and countless American hunters. The .308 fires the same diameter bullet as the .300 Win Mag, 203 inches, but from a shorter, more efficient case. Most loads fall between 150 and 180 grains, traveling at comfortable velocities in the 2,600 to 2,800 feet per second range. What makes the .308 special is its balance. It has enough power for deer, hogs, black bear, and with good shot placement, even elk inside 300 yards. It delivers excellent inherent accuracy with manageable recoil that shooters of all experience levels can control. Ammunition availability is one of its biggest advantages. Because the .308's military twin is the 7.62 NATO, ammo can be found almost anywhere. Rifles chambered in .308 exist in every action type imaginable: bolt guns, semi-automatics, lever actions, single shots. Every major company builds multiple .308 rifles. It's cost-effective, easy to shoot well, and incredibly reliable in the field. Now, does it shoot as flat as the 7mm Rem Mag? No. Does it hit as hard as the .300 Win Mag? Again, no. But for 90%, maybe even 95% of the hunting Americans actually do. The .308 Winchester is almost perfect. It's accurate, affordable, versatile, and available everywhere. That combination keeps the .308 forever near the top of any best all-around caliber list. And now, number 1, the champion. The all-around American hunting caliber that hunters have trusted for more than a century. The 30-06 Springfield. The 30-06 isn't just a cartridge, it's an American institution. Introduced in 1906, it served U.S. soldiers through 2 world wars and has harvested more North American game than almost any other caliber ever created. It fires the same 308-inch bullets as the .308 Winchester and the .300 Win Mag, typically in weights from 150 to 180 grains, but in a larger case that allows more powder. That extra capacity gives the 30-06 a velocity advantage, often 100 to 200 feet per second faster than the .308 with identical bullet weights. What does that get you? A bit more reach, a bit flatter trajectory, and noticeably more energy on target. Enough to cleanly take deer, elk, moose, and bear when paired with the right bullet. But the 30-06's greatest strength is something no other cartridge on this list can match: versatility. Because this round has been around for more than a century, ammunition options are staggering. You can buy light, fast varmint loads for coyotes and smaller game. You can run traditional soft points for deer, or step up to premium bonded or partition-style bullets designed for the largest and toughest animals in North America. Iconic rifles were literally built around the 30-06, the Winchester Model 70, the Remington 700, the Ruger Hawkeye, the Savage 110. Generations of American hunters learned to shoot with it. And the recoil, while stronger than the .308, remains manageable for most adults. The 30-06 sits perfectly between the mild recoil of mid-range cartridges and the punishing kick of the Magnums, strong enough to be trusted on big game, soft enough that shooters can practice without beating themselves up. If you could only have one rifle caliber for the rest of your life, one cartridge to hunt anything from whitetail in the east to moose in Alaska, the 30-06 Springfield stands alone. It is accurate. It is powerful. It is versatile. It is widely available. It adapts to every environment in America, from thick timber to wide-open alpine meadows. It has been doing this job longer than any of us have been alive. And even after more than a century, nothing else has truly beaten it. So there you have it. 5 rifle calibers that earned their reputations not through marketing hype, but through real hunts, real results, and real performance in the field. Whether you choose the flat shooting precision of the .270 Winchester, the long-range thunder of the 7mm Rem Mag, the heavyweight authority of the 300 Win Mag, the efficiency and universal availability of the .308, or the timeless versatility of the 30-06, each one has proven itself across decades of American hunting. But now, it's your turn. If you had to pick one caliber, just one, for all your hunting in the United States, what would you choose? Does the 30-06 truly deserve the crown, or would you put another cartridge in the top spot? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you found this breakdown useful, hit that like button, subscribe to Firepower, and stay tuned for more honest, experience-driven hunting content.